What you cooking, Roach?
What ya cooking, Roach?
What's up, guys? You already know we getting ready to make some beef taquitos. Let's get started. Adobe chili Mexican style. We got some cumin, of course, and we got our salt. Okay, and we also got some black pepper. You dig? Got to have some black pepper. Now, what we got over here is the ingredients for the Pico De Gallo. All right. So we got that cilantro. I just showed you that jalapeno. We got some lime. We got some garlic. Of course, you know, those tomatoes back there we got to use, and that onion. All right. And we got our corn shell for our taquitos. All right. So this right here, it's a secret right here. This is the salsa that I've been making. All right. So, and it's the store bought. I'm going to learn how to make some red salsa though. All right. I know what to do. So you already know we got to get these ingredients together. They're going to cook itself. Let's get started. All right. So we got our ground beef that's been cooking, and we're going to add in some white onion. All right. I've chopped up a half a cup of white onion. Okay. You can do it to your taste. I will have all the ingredients in the description below. All right. So this is 2 pounds of lean ground beef that I'm using today. All right. Now, I've also made taquitos with chicken. You just get your whole rotisserie and shred that baby, and you can use that too. All right. So we're gonna let that cook for a minute and get those flavors in there. And then we're gonna come back, and then I'm gonna take this fat off of it. Now, you don't want to keep that fat on there. Now, you can if you want to, but you're gonna have some greasy ass taco meat. All right. So you want to take some of that off. Okay. So then we're gonna put that back onto the stove and let it cook for a minute. Okay. So I'm gonna come back. We're gonna add in our ingredients. All right. This is taco seasoning. All right. Again, got your cumin, your ground cumin. You can find that at your local grocery store. And I'm going to use about a tablespoon. So kind of want to do it to taste. You don't want the cumin to overpower because it can overpower. So this is the adobe chili that I got in this basil bottle. And I salt again. To taste, don't over salt. Start out just with a little bit. I start out with maybe a little half a teaspoon or so. And then you want to add in your ground pepper. All right. And you do that again to seasoning. Okay. So if you need to add more after you've cooked it and you think you need to give it a little more flavor, then you certainly can. All right. So I'm going to add in now some garlic. Okay. Now I wish I had some fresh garlic again. Garlic is so high. I don't know what's going on. It's like $1.99 for like one of those clove bunch. But anyway, everything's kind of high in the grocery store. It depends, you know. But we're gonna blend this all up. All right. I'm just babbling. I was in the grocery store the other day trying to get some bell pepper, and I thought there was $1.99 a pound. I was like, okay, I really didn't want to spend that much money on that anyway. But I said, all right, cool. So I grabbed 3, and I get to the thing. They tell me it comes up to 5 something. I'm like, what? Turns out they were $1.99 a piece. All right, so we're going to add in some water here, okay? We start out like with a half a cup. You don't want to put too much water, okay? Because you're going to need to roll up your taquitos. And if you have too much moisture on your meat, then it's going to tear your shells apart, okay, when you're rolling them, all right? So we're going to blend that up, and we're going to let that cook for a minute. And now we're going to start this Pico De Gallo. Now, it's kind of long-winded with this here. It takes about 10 minutes or so to get Pico De Gallo together. So depending on how much you want to make. So you see what I'm doing here. We're just cutting up some onion. We're going to be cutting up some cilantro. Cilantro looks really pretty. It's beautiful. And it smells really good. It's very fragrant. I love the way it smells. I actually try to grow some in the summer here in the Midwest and grow my own. I don't do too good with it. It starts to grow and then it just wilts. It gets too big. I don't know what I'm doing. I probably got to get a really nice mature one somewhere and bring it in the house, and I probably can grow it all year round, but I don't use it as often. So we're going to chop that up, and you want to kind of do it fine. You don't want to have big leafy pieces, because then when you start dipping it with your chip, it ain't going to work. It's just like you're eating a piece of leaf. And you're gonna have some people mad at you. asking you what's up with your Pico De Gallo, okay? So I'm gonna chop that up, and like I said, we got our jalapeno. All right, now I use a whole jalapeno, all right, because I like my Pico De Gallo spicy. All right, just chop that up, okay? See what we doing there? Just chop, 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 chop. Now, you can use your gloves, because let me tell you, the pepper is going to be on your finger for days. Okay. Now you can get it off. You can put some lemon on it, and rub your hands in lemon, and that helps out a lot too. But trust me, I've licked my finger a few times with that jalapeno still on my finger the next day, and I'm like, what? My mouth is burning. And then I realized, it was that jalapeno pepper that I was cutting the other day. All right, so we're going to chop up our tomatoes like so. You dig? Check that out. So this is how you do that. Now you cut them up as small. I like mine's a little chunky. Okay, so we're going to mix that up. You kind of want to see where you're at. All right, I'll probably wind up using both of these tomatoes. Okay, because we like salsa here, and then I've actually made some chips. Now, you can make some homemade chips too. All you need to do is just get you some corn shells, and then you cut them in triangles or strips if you like, and you fry them in some hot grease. That's some fresh chips. There you go. There's another tip. You don't have to spend $3 on a bag of chips that God knows, how what's in it, to keep them fresh, Make your own. All right, so you see what I'm doing. All right, look how that looks. It almost looks like Christmas colors to me. So it makes it so festive. It makes you just want to dip a chip in it. All right, so we're going to cut up the rest of this onion. I know this is a long process here for some people, but let me tell you, once you get started, it's really easy to do, and it's fun to do, all right? I'm just going to mix that up real well, okay? All right. Then just kind of make some room here. Now, I'm going to add in a little garlic, all right? And I wish I had some fresh garlic, like I said. So I'm going to add in this little mince. Not much. I'm not a big fan of minced garlic, but it's just what I have. And I just use it when I'm in a tight space. Tight. When I need something. All right? Now, I'm going to squeeze in some lime. All right, that's one of the key ingredients as well too. So you make sure you want to get you a few of those, and have put on the side also for your tacos or whatever. Your taquitos, you can squeeze it on out. All right, so we're going to squeeze in the juice from that, and I'm going to start out with one lime, because again, it's to taste. You don't want to overpower your cilantro. I'm sorry, your Pico De Gallo with lime. All right, so you always taste. Nothing wrong with tasting. You're going to add a little salt. That helps with the tomatoes. Then, a little lady Spanish lady told me, put a little sugar, maybe a little honey. I know I shouldn't have said that. I'm trying to be racist, but that's what she told me. So I did that, and then it gave a nice little taste, a little sweetness there. So, nothing goes to waste here. I got to cut the rest of this tomato. I know, I'm just rambling, but we got to get this tomato done. All right, I can't leave it. All right, so we're gonna put that in there. Thought my meat was up too high over there, so I had to check it. All right, so we're gonna mix that up. All right. Now we are getting ready to start making that cilantro. Oh yeah. Now this is easy too. You just onion and your cilantro, okay? And you just kind of want to even the yield out on that half and half. Sometimes I overdo it. I might have too much onion, or I might not have enough, or you just practice until you just get it right. But the flavors are there. That's what I want. I want those flavors. All right. So we're just gonna chop, and chop them, chop and chop and chop. All right. And I think I'm just gonna make. I'm not gonna make a whole lot of cilantro since I don't have any. I didn't make any tacos or anything like that. And not everybody in my house put cilantro on top of theirs like I do. So I'm going to put that in there like so. We got a bowl. I'm going to add that into my bowl like so. All right. And we're going to add in our cilantro. And you just kind of want to mix it, kind of see where you're at with it. It's going to stick to your fingers if you use your hands. All right. The cilantro will. All right. So you just want to mix that. All right. So we're mixing that up. All right. And you want to mix till you get it just right. All right. Chop, chop, chop. All right. Mix that up like so. All right, so now we're going to start these shells, okay? So, got that cooking. You don't want to cook it all the way. You just want to get it just enough to where it's kind of flimsy, you know, and not falling apart on you, okay? See how you just want to kind of flip it over. And then once you see it starting to bubble, then you want to take it out, okay? If it starts to bubble, it's time for it to go, okay? You got to get it out. Because if you don't, you cooking it, and then it becomes a taco shell, and then, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just get some of your taco meat over there and put in that shell. I actually did. I made some shells, and we had some tacos on the side too. All right. So we just want to fry that up, like so. All right. See what we're doing here? Like I said, when it starts to bubble, it's time for it to come out. All right. Now we're gonna start assembling these things. Okay. So I like to use a 3-cheese blend, Mexican style blend, and I put it in as with my meat, and I roll them together. Okay. So we're gonna do a no toothpick fry, which is way better. Okay, because I've tried that version some years ago, and I've been making taquitos for a while, so I prefer to do it this way. It's easy. You don't have to put toothpicks in them, and then it gets kind of messy. Your meat it's just a lot of mess, it's too much. Unless you got a conventional deep fryer that you can just dip the mugs in and tie them all together in a bunch. So you see what I'm doing? We're just going to roll these up, and you just take your time, and it's all in the shell. So if you would have overdid these shells, they would have been busting out. All right. So see what we got now. We're going to get them in this grease. Okay. It's been preheated, and it's hot. You don't want it too smoky hot. You want it at medium heat. And you want to put your fold side down so it can stick and stay. All right. So it's popping because I'm using ground beef, and it's really popping. Ouch. Yep. But with cooking comes battle wounds. If you really be cooking, you're going to have some battle wounds. All right. All right. We're going to put that in there. Ooh, see, it's still popping. All right. So be careful. All right. I just want to kind of move them in there gently. And don't mess with them too much at this point because you want them to stick at the fold on the bottom. I keep burning myself. All right. All right. So you see what we're doing here. So we're just going to let them cook for a minute there and kind of gently move them around, but don't flip them over yet. All right. So, all right. Now, I've been doing this for a while, so I can kind of feel by text that it's ready to touch. All right. So we're going to flip that over. You see how it was getting a little brown there? So you just kind of want to keep an eye on it. Okay. And you just want to hold them together. All right. So we're going to flip this one over gently. Now you don't want to crowd your skillet. All right. See, so I did about 4. I probably could have put another one in there, depending on how many you want to do. All right. So look at that. Don't those look pretty? And they smell good too. All right. So, man, I tell you, ain't nothing like making your own homemade taquitos. All right. Like I said, you can mix it whatever you want. Chicken, ground beef, pork. I prefer to do it with some ground beef today. All right. So I like to put a little cilantro on top. All right. That's what I prefer to do. All right. For mine, you can certainly sprinkle some cheese on top of there and then put it in the microwave and melt it on top of that. I've done that too. And I keep playing in the cilantro because I'm not satisfied with it. I need a little more cilantro in it or something. I didn't even out, but it's going to work. So, all right, y'all. So, I'm going to show y'all how I put mine together. Now, I like a little salsa with mine. This is homemade salsa. I'm going to show y'all how I made that too. Ain't nothing like making your own. It's like my 3rd time making it, and it's gotten better each time. And it ain't going to it's going to keep getting better. I already know. All right. So, y'all let me know what I should call that too, because I got to think of a name for that salsa. All right. Let me know in the comment what you guys think I should call my salsa. Okay. So, we're going to put a little dollop of sour cream up on this joint. And I normally just put the sour cream on the side. I like to break my taquitos in half and just dip it in there. All right. So we're going to put a little bit of that salsa on here, okay? Just for presentation purpose, all right? Because after I finish, I'm going to be crushing these. All right, y'all. So I want to just say thanks to everybody for subscribing to my channel. And for those that are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And again, tell me what you think I should call my salsa. Leave a comment and let me know. All right, y'all? What you cooking, Roach?